Let's begin today's Vanguard news by hyping up the 3 Zedhlans players in your area, while also pissing off every Stoicheia mains as Lyrical Monasterio steals another mechanic and easy BT10. Rorire Knight Jaffel while on rear guard can intercept from the back row until the end of your opponent's next turn when it's chosen by your smithy card's effect in your order zone during your turn, while you have a grade 3 or higher Zedhlans Vanguard. So it's basically a 13k booster and a 10k intercept. Nothing too special, if you ignore the fact that there are other cards that do the same thing, but without the need of an extra step. On a side note, why the hell does this look more like a Sagra support? Is this another case of Road using random artworks on cards again? Rorire Soldier Dragon Indomitable Axe Dragon, while in the drop zone lets you pay 3 energy when your grade 3 or higher Zedhlans Vanguard is chosen by your Blazing Wrought Iron Workshop's effect to call itself to rear guard. And once per turn while on rear guard, it gives your grade 3 or higher Zedhlans Vanguard 5k power when it's chosen by your set order card's effect in your order zone. It's like every deck has a way to keep reviving their rear guards these days. Gone are the days when this was exclusive to Grand Blue. At least with Rorire or even Maple, there's some lore reason behind their revival ability. Other decks now just have it without reason. Dancing Princess of Resonance rocks Crashna when placed on rear guard, lets you either pay 1 counter blast to add up to 1 set order from your deck, or pay 1 soul blast to add up to 1 set order from your deck or drop zone. If your order zone has 2 or more set orders with the same name as that card, and while on rear guard, she gets 2k power when she attacks, or boost while your order zone has a set order. Then she gets 5k power if your opponent's Vanguard is grade 3 or higher and you have 2 set orders in your order zone with the same name. Road's devs are just trying to piss me off by giving every other non-brand gate deck an easy way to get their set orders. Meanwhile Thegria has to use 2 kinds of resource just to get hers, that you only need 1 copy of per game. Then this card can become a 15k attacker or booster for simply fulfilling its purpose. Zedhlans may not win tournaments anytime soon, but it's winning an actual support with this card alone. Juicy Fruity Mandalinda is your not so typical Lyrical Monasterio starter as it will trigger the nation's fanatics as their pressure cycles is now contaminated with weird fruit life forms. Juicy Fruity App Run when riding over Juicy Fruity Mandalinda lets you reveal a grade 3 Juicy Fruity card from your eye deck to call a plant token. It wasn't enough that the nation took Orphist's edgy army and turned them into butterflies, and now the nation has access to Stoicheia's weed supply. Juicy Fruity Nana Banana when riding over Juicy Fruity App Run lets you reveal a grade 3 Juicy Fruity card from your eye deck to call a plant token, and then they repeat the process simply because this generates them another card for free. Juicy Fruity Chulina while on Vanguard gives all your plant tokens 5k power. Then they get another 5k power for every copy of this card in your soul. Once per turn while on Vanguard, you can pay 1 soul blast to call up to 2 plant tokens. Then this unit gets triple drive if your opponent's Vanguard is grade 3 or higher and you have 4 or more rear guards. And once per turn while on Vanguard, you can pay 1 counter blast when she attacks to call a plant token, and it gets a continuous ability that gives it all the same trigger effects your Vanguard would get, and an auto ability that makes you draw a card when it is returned to your hand. Not only did Claudine mains get cut from using one of their key order cards due to a recent errata, they now have to contend a better Claudine that's also part Chris Rain. And take note that you can return tokens to your hand, but they will immediately cease to exist. Wicker stocks just rose up again. Blowball message Poroin while on rear guard or your hand lets you put her into your soul at the start of your guard step. Your grade 3 or higher Juicy Fruity Vanguard is attacked to give one of your attacked units 10k power for that battle. Why the hell does this card remind me of Honest from Yu-Gi-Oh, but can only be used at the start of the damage step? Oh no, the nation is assimilating cards from other card games. Abundant Drowsy Willinera while on rear guard lets you pay 1 soul blast at the end of the battle. She boosted a token unit to return the boosted unit to hand. Introducing Budget Wicker, now without the 5k power buff. Overwhelming Performance Nabity when discarded from hand during your turn lets you put herself into your soul, and while on rear guard, you can put her into your soul at the end of the battle. She boosted a token unit to countercharge 1 damage. The deck has yet to show off any card that uses Counter Blast, yet it's already getting a Counter Charger. A Dark State main just felt a punch to their gut. Touching Essence Dinty when placed on a rear guard with a token unit lets you pay either 1 counter or 2 Soul Blast to draw a card. Then she gets 5k power if your Vanguard is grade 3 or higher. And when a token unit is placed over her, she goes back to your hand. Here's a Counter Blast unit, which ironically can be paid with 2 soul instead. And not only does she replace the plant token she steps on with a draw, but she goes back to your hand when she's stepped on by a plant token. Time to bring back the slogan that this nation is never fucking punished. Finally, spreading chorus early say when placed on rear guard to mill up to 1 sound system card from the top 7 cards of your deck. And when she's retired from rear guard, call a Shadow Army token to your back row rear guard if you have a grade 3 or higher Artisaria Vanguard. The devs must have felt bad about Artisaria not being able to use any of Chalana's supports, that they decided to give her something. Her job is just to filter for a sound system and be stepped on by a butterfly to call another butterfly. And that concludes this Vanguard news without the bullshit. Special thanks to my Patreon members for continuing to support my content creation. Be sure to subscribe and let me know in the comments if Claudine players have started to migrate to the Whale Nation not realizing the high entry fee due to the Lyrical pile.